Hey guys, it's gonna be a really hard video. I've been debating making this video for months. I've just been going back and forth. I don't know if people are going to receive it well. I have something to tell you guys, and on my channel I want to be very, very transparent. That's all I've ever wanted to be as a human, just to everybody. It's important to me to be authentically me. Sorry. The time has come. I'm just gonna do it. See how it goes. I don't know, but bear with me. I'm coming out as a conservative. Am I brave? Do I get the brave title now? Yes. So, this may be new to you, but this is something that I have to do, especially given the current state of the country. Yes, I love makeup. I just want to lay this out here for you guys. I love doing makeup, but that's the extent of it. I recently I had to stop watching all of these makeup YouTube channels that I've always loved, and I hate it, but I just had to do it because I got really, really tired of it. I've been watching the makeup and beauty community do these things that I just don't align with, and I don't agree with it as like a moral human being. And I'm not saying anybody that disagrees with this or me being conservative. I'm not saying that you're immoral. Don't take these words out of context, because I'll fight you. But I've been watching them all, not all, but majority, take the side of like the Black Lives Matter movement, Antifa, condoning riots, saying this, it has to happen because America's evil and all this. No, stop. I just can't. I know I'm probably going to lose a bunch of subscribers for this. I'm just assuming, and I'm sorry to see you go if that is you. I don't want you to go, because I'd love for you to stay here, have a dialect with me if I get on that subject. I'm still doing makeup. Obviously, look, I did blue. I mean, now it looks teal compared to my backdrop, which I love. I love this. America. Yes. Yeah, this was light blue. But now compared to that, do you see? Oh, it's different. I would like you guys to stick with me, so if I do get on the subject of politics, which I probably will now since I'm making this video, just have civil discourse. I don't think that just because you disagree with somebody you have to just this cancel culture thing. I'm not for it. I'm getting tired of seeing all these channels, they're just being canceled and all that. It's really sad. It's just, you have your set of beliefs, I have mine, based on how I grew up, based on my circumstances. And so I'd love for you to stick around. I'm not saying if you aren't conservative, get off my channel. Au contraire, stay here. We'll learn from each other. Like, I'm open to the fact that I can learn something from you if you want to talk, and we'll talk civilly. Hello, that's my boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. You guys, I have a boyfriend. Officially. He asked me. Oh my god, it was so sweet. We drove out to this lake by where he lives, and he asked me officially. It was so sweet. Oh, okay, so off subject. It's just, I was watching all of my favorite YouTube channels, and I don't want to name them here. That's not what I'm about. But they're very, very popular ones. And I just saw everybody taking the side of, right after the George Floyd thing, which is going to be controversial. See, I just turned my channel into controversy, and everyone's going to come at me and call me stupid and fat and ugly and educate yourself. It's not going to work, just so you know. You don't know with whom you are dealing with. So after the video came out showing the full George Floyd video, that's when when I first saw it and I heard about it, I was like, oh God, that's awful. And everybody, I think everybody in this country all came together and said, that is terrible, that is not okay, and we need justice. Everybody did. Every outlet called for that. I watch mainly YouTube type people now. I don't rely on like mainstream media because I think we all know how that one goes. But since they released the actual footage, that's when I was like, oh, so he's just a piece of trash. And he died because he didn't listen to the police officers, and the police officers gave him time after chance after chance after chance to do the right thing. They were so, to me, they were like overly patient with him. And I urge you all to go watch it. It's just, I know I'm coming off as like, grr. But it pisses me off when everybody, especially like the media, jumps to these conclusions just based, and they just do it on this like, oh, it's race. It's because he was black and the cop was white. Are we still there, America? Is this really where we are? I'm so irritated by it. It's just, oh, black and white. Like, how about we start judging people by the content of their character instead of the color of their skin? I thought that was a popular thing to do. Was that just me? Was I the only person that got that memo? Whatever. It's frustrating when everything has to do with race now in this world. It's driving me batty because there's no evidence of what people are saying anymore. And I believe in facts. I want to know the facts. I don't want to just rely on what Fox News says. I don't want to rely on what CNN tells me. I need to get to the source. I want the facts. I want the numbers. I want like FBI statistics, stuff like that. I want to watch C-SPAN. I watch C-SPAN. I love it, by the way. It's really exciting. And I just noticed how all of these makeup channels were just like posting that black square in support of it, and just the whole thing, everybody was doing it. And then this one YouTuber that I used to follow, but I don't anymore, I said, peace. She's just like, she included this link of all these videos to watch, and she's like, here's some videos for you to educate yourself. Bitch, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I can't. When somebody tells me, go educate yourself, you just lost all credibility. I will not listen to you. You don't. Oh, I just shook my finger at you. Sorry, that's not for you. That's for the person that just said, go educate yourself. I hate that. There's so much of that in this country that is driving me batty. Like, stop taking this, like, moral high ground on false pretenses. Like, you just educate yourself. Like, oh, well, that's interesting. So, can you educate me and give me the facts on how many, like, black people died last year at the hands of a police officer? And then they're like, racist. I'm like, okay. No, I'm asking, can you educate me? Can you tell me? Do you know those numbers? Because I do. And it's not a lot. It's very, very frustrating. And so I went through, like, this makeup YouTube purge, and I said, there has to be something more. I can't be the only woman who likes makeup. I'm just like an average human. I can't be the only one who's seeing it like this, because I know conservatives were out there. We're the silent majority. I was like, are there any makeup YouTubers that do this? I found one. And I've been searching a lot. And so I'm going to be telling you guys all the channels that, if you're interested, if you're still watching this video because you're not mad at me, I'm going to be giving you 3 channels that I recommend. And maybe you guys have watched them. My eyelashes are falling off. But yeah, the whole black square thing set me on this thing where I finally said no. Like, makeup YouTubers and just beauty community with your long fingernails and your, oh, makeup is everything. It's not. Yes, I have a makeup channel just because I like makeup, and I figure, what else do I do in my little disabled life that I'm in? Just put it on YouTube. So I am pro America. I am pro gun. It's just that's just me. Like it or lump it, but I would love for you to stick with this channel. Stay with me if you're new because of this. Welcome. Let's have dialogue, and I'll be touching. So now I'll be doing like a little bit of politics, because if I have an opinion, you're gonna hear it. A Jamie without opinion is scarcely a Jamie at all. Just saying. In unsubscribing from all of my favorite channels, it wasn't actually that hard to do, honestly. And I know that, like, oh, well, you're telling people to stick with you even if you don't, like, agree with them. You're doing the same thing. No. What I can't stand are the people that are aligning with something that's dangerous. And a lot of people out there telling, like, conservatives more so, to educate themselves. They're the ones that need to know the actual facts. It would be helpful. It's just, it's hard. This world is becoming like anti-police. It's becoming very dangerous, and it's sad, and I don't like it, and I'm sorry to see this happen. Trump 2020. But I just had to, because I could no longer, and then one was like advocating for like all the riots and all this stuff, and it was just, okay, well, bye. Like, I used to really like him, and I used to be like, you know what, give him a chance though. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. Has like a mansion. I used to love it. I have a lot of his products too. But you start doing stuff like that, and I just lost that. It's so sad. But I stand up for what I believe in. If anybody knows me out there, you guys will know that that's kind of who I am. Because you cannot get me to like waver on that stuff. I have my opinions. I see the world. I see how hard my family works for what we have. We have a, little business, and you can't threaten people. No, it's just no, you can't do it. There's this one, because I'm basically a country music fan now. I never used to be. I hated country music, right? And then one girl that used to work for me, she loved country music, so she had it on the radio one day, and I just noticed, yes, I align with this more so, because it seems to be my kind of like messaging. And there's a song that I love by Luke Combs. For anybody else not, what is the name? I think the actual title is "Does to Me." Those lyrics speak to me so hardcore. So I encourage you to go listen to Luke Combs. I don't want to jeopardize my channel, even though I only have like 161 or 2 subscribers right now. So I know everyone's like, well, what do you think you're gonna lose? But I probably will. But I'm fairly sure I'd love for people to now come here, watch this channel, because I'm just a girl. I'm normal. I like to play with makeup, and I love America. Is that too much to ask for? That's just who I am. I couldn't not voice my opinion and my stance on things anymore. It seems like in this country right now there's too much at stake. And when you learn the actual facts and you get rid of all the voices coming at you from both the left and the right, and then you start questioning, you're just like, what is real? I don't know, because this one said this one said this, that one over there said that. And you're just like, whoop. Like, I'm gonna find out the actual truth. And then you do, and you're like, whoa, that's a lot different than what like media has been telling you. So interesting. Another reason it was really, really sad, because when the whole George Floyd thing happened, the whole country was in support of, you know, justice being served to those police officers, and particularly the one that had his knee on his neck. I don't think you'd find anybody that was not touched and moved by that story. And then the facts came out, and the whole video came out, and 100% different narrative. But will anybody out there, including the beauty channel, I challenge you, to actually kind of make a retraction on what they were saying this whole time and wearing like their shirts with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter? No, of course they won't, because it wouldn't fit the mainstream narrative with things. And that's when I was like, unsubscribe, blah 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 blah. I went all the way down. I was like, if you guys aren't going to stand up and also like retract what you said and maybe like update it. Like, I think we all thought it was one way, and then you watch the actual footage and you're like, oh. Well, that showed context, and 100% the police did nothing wrong. And I'd be surprised if they actually got in trouble at all. I don't think any court is going to convict the police officer, of anything. If anything, they were just like really, really patient. So please go watch it. It's very, very different, and I'm sad. Like, I know everyone's like, oh well, a life was lost though. I'm like, well, a scumbag life was lost. I mean, see, this is me. Now everyone's gonna like freak out. And they're like, you can't say stuff like that. Oh, yes, I can. Just say what I want. Do you. Be yourself. This is just my opinion. And another sad thing is that during all of these riots, he was a retired police captain. His name was David Dorn. He was killed by a protester. He was defending his friend's business during all the looting and the rioting in the name of Black Lives Matter, the organization. And he was helping defend his friend's store, and one of the people just shot him. Gone. Is anybody out there, especially on YouTube, beauty community, is anybody out there saying his name? Anybody. I dare you. And he was, I think he was 30-something years, St. Louis police force. So here's a man, and he has like a beautiful wife, and he had a family, and he was just doing the right thing amidst all of these crazy people. And he was like, no, I'm gonna stand with my friend and help him. And he gets shot and his life gets taken away. Does his life matter? Does it? Because nobody out there is really talking about it, besides a few people that I'm going to be naming right here. It's so sad. It's like everyone's focused on George Floyd, mainly because of race, which is sad, because if it was the other way around, nobody would be talking about it. But since it was a black man and a white cop, that changed the whole thing. But David Dorn was a black man, retired police captain, and I think his wife was also a police chief or something, like respectable family, just wanted to do good for their community. His life is ended by a thug. Nobody says anything. It's all, well, like, what? Thought you said Black Lives Matter. All right, but it doesn't fit your narrative. Gotcha. It's just, it's so messed up. Like, it's sad, and I can't imagine being his family and having to deal with that. His life shouldn't have been taken, but it was, and yet nobody's talking about it. Like, well, what? It's just, these are the reasons that I've been, so since all of the George Floyd things started happening, and I kept like waiting for the right time to do this video, and then just finally, just like, here we go. I'm gonna do it. I would say channels to watch that I found, like I said, I couldn't find any YouTube makeup people that, would also put their political, voices out there. I'm like, how sad, because everybody else out there with their long nails and their makeup are voicing their opinions and putting up the little black squares and Black Lives Matter and white people are terrible and go check your privilege. No. I'm white and I'm proud of being white. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's right. So I found one, and I love her content, and I encourage you to go watch her. Very awesome. She has great insight into things, and I love her perspective and her makeup. She's gorgeous at it. So if you guys are looking for another not radical, more left-leaning YouTuber out there that's going to be preaching at you about your privilege and all this stuff, her name is Jasmine Contours, and she spells her name Jasmyne Contours. Highly recommend her. Very patriotic woman, and she's amazing. Please follow her. I also, my number one channel that I watch now, and I always used to watch him along with like makeup that I would watch, get like, just see what's going on in that community. Steven Crowder. Louder with Crowder. So if you haven't heard of him, I'd be surprised if you haven't, but he's amazing. He does the Change My Mind videos. He's amazing because he sits down with people and that disagree with him, and he'll have like civil discourse. He'll talk to people and get people how he's like rationalize your opinions, and let's see if we can come to the middle on something where we disagree, where we agree, and just be humans to each other. Be kind, be nice. Just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean you have to call them all sorts of names. You don't have to call people that support one thing racist, because that's getting really old. I can tell you that's why Trump's gonna be your next president again. It's just it's becoming too much, and it's so sad. And I just been watching YouTube and just getting like lectured every time I'd watch makeup, and then I'd be like, but be like, here's some more links for you to educate yourself, and I would actually follow those links. I'd be like, are you effing crazy? Do you not understand what this is saying? Do you just don't get it? Okay, well, you're kind of dumb then. Sorry. I don't have as much patience as other people. So, Steven Crowder, I'm a member of Mug Club. Oh, yeah. I have the mug. I love it. It's a really nice mug, too. So, I encourage you to go watch him. And another channel that I really do like is Slightly Offensive. Very, very cool content. He does a lot like going out on the streets and reporting stuff that major news outlets will not cover because, don't want to show the truth to people of what's actually going on. Whatever. In my next video, I hope I'm making this not super long. I'm sorry. I just wanted to explain it, and thank you if you're still here right now and you haven't clicked off and unsubscribed. But if you have, like, if you're new here, welcome. This is a good place to be. I just love doing makeup. I put color in my world, obviously, and I love this country, and that's me. I'm not ultra dramatic with makeup, and I'm just like and doing everything like perfect and all this crap, and the way they act, there's like this weird fakeness to a lot of these makeup people now, and it's so sad. So like, makeup is just fun. It's just, I found it because quick story, I've always been artistic, but when I was in high school, I've always been like heavier, so I'm like, plus size or whatever you call it. And so I had a really hard time in high school because like I had like bullies and everything. Dawn, if you're out there, you can go die. I'll get in so much trouble for saying that. Should I keep that in? Is that bad? Is that a threat? I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I just don't like her. She was mean. And I was just bullied like all the time, and it was just always like about my weight, obviously. And but I don't have like this victim status, whatever. It's just, it's a thing that happened in my life. I learned from it, and I am who I am right now because of that experience. So in a weird way, I'm just very thankful that I'm heavy. But I found, it was about in college, I started watching, it was somebody's, well, it was a makeup channel that I also unsubscribed to. But I've always loved makeup, and people always liked when I would wear makeup, but I was not confident. I had 0 to negative confidence. But people would always say it. They're like, wow, that's really pretty. And then you'd get the person, well, you're pretty for a heavy person. I'm like, well, how about just pretty, thanks. Whatever. I'm not bitter. So then I started watching all these channels, and I'm like, I can do that, and I can do it better than you can. And I just realized that makeup, it shouldn't be a mask for anything. Like, you should go out, you don't have to wear makeup. Majority of the time, I'm not wearing makeup. Go to work, I don't wear makeup. I go to the store, I don't have to put on makeup. I don't care. But there's something really fun about it. You can just change the whole like vibe of your whole look just with makeup. And that's why I like it. But it's not the end all be all. And just, there's so much drama and all these like makeup tutorials all over the place, but there's nothing else. It seems as if these people, I was gonna say women, but now there's so many guys that do makeup. Kind of bothers me, I have to be honest. I know that's also not PC to say. It's kind of irritating. If I had a son and he started doing makeup, I'd be like, put that makeup brush down. What are you doing, Alfonso? Would I name my kid Alfonso? Probably not. But yeah, I just got tired of it, and I was like, all right. And then I also did a somewhat experiment. I've been tagging a lot of my makeup videos with hashtags of like patriot, conservative makeup YouTuber, hashtag like Make America Great Again, hashtag Trump 2020, to see if there was anybody out there that would see the makeup thing and then be like, ooh, but she's conservative. And I actually just recently got a message from somebody, and she questioned it. She goes, are you really, I think she said, are you really a patriot or something? And shout out to you. Hi. I'm talking about you. And I said, yes, I am. Why do you ask? And so we just got talking. And she said she got really happy when she saw my post. And she's like, it's so, you can't find that. It's not a thing. And I did realize that a while ago. I'm like, wow, I have the opportunity to create something completely unique. Well, besides Jasmine Contours. And instead of being afraid of coming out, like being more on the conservative side, because like everybody's like terrified. Not so much anymore, because I think people are learning, no, you don't hide what you feel anymore, because I think you're on the right side of history. But it was really nice to talk to her, and I think she ended up subscribing to my channel. She was very sweet, and just normal conversations, and that's awesome. And that's what I hope to have with you guys from this point. I'd love for you to talk to me more. We'll discuss things, and let's not be mean to each other, because at the end of all my videos, what do I always say? Remember to be kind, put some color in your world, and stay humble. That's what I say. That's my catchline. And so I hope my next video, I'm going to be telling you like the story of how I realized I was a conservative, and like how I got to that, because I was never involved with politics remotely, and I'll tell you how it came to be. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you're still sticking with me, and if you're new, welcome. And thank you for subscribing. Share this video. I'm on Facebook. All of my handles are Sweet Jamie Lee. And my name is spelled Jaime. I'm not a Jamie. I'm a Jamie. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I don't really have a lot of following on Twitter. I don't post a lot, but when I do, it's more of a conservative nature. So probably people don't like that. A lot of people. Oh, this thing is falling off. Stop it. And also, it's falling. Well, magnetic lashes kind of work when I do it right. So if you want a link to this makeup look, I'm going to link that down below. And also I have a promo code if you're in the market for really pretty sunglasses. I have a promo code for Greek glasses. You get 40% off your order if you enter the promo code SweetJamieLee40. Awesome, right? I have a promo code. And I'm also going to be doing a few try-ons. So this will probably, I don't know if it would interest some people, but I'm a plus size. So if that would interest you, I'm going to be having that soon. I need to sell some of the clothes I got though, because they're a little too big. The sizing was off for me. But I'm going to be doing that, and I also have a promo code for that company. The company is called Dress by Us, and really pretty stuff. So highly recommend it. And thank you so much for listening. Like I say, I hope you're still here, and welcome if you're new. If you're just a girl who loves her country and also likes makeup, I'm your girl. Let's start this little revolution. Let's change the beauty industry, at least on YouTube. Like, alright, you guys need to stop peddling all this false information and acting. I'm done with it. So, in my next video, I'll be explaining to you my story. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember to be kind. Put some color in your world, and stay humble, and God bless. Bye, guys. I'm so bad at lying, you guys. So this intro is gonna be really hard. But I can't start it yet because my dog is barking. I hope you like the video. I mean, I haven't made it yet, but I hope you like it. Take two. Put on sad, concerned face. I can't lie. I can't lie. This is so tough. I hope you guys understand how hard this was for me, just because I'm not good at lying. Or like faking something, you know? But I have to. Okay. Is my dog done? Hey guys. I guess take three. Who's that? Is it my boyfriend? Yeah, that's right. I have a boyfriend now. Yeah, that's right.